Good morning, everyone. Myself, Riddhim Pathak, Assistant Professor from the Department of Management Studies, Amritsar Group of Colleges. So today we are going to discuss about the topic International Human Resource Management. So what basically is International Human Resource Management? It is a concept which studies human resource at international level. Moving further, International Human Resource Management is simply HRM on a larger scale. So when we study about human resource activities and we along with that include in it HR activities at global level, it becomes International Human Resource Management. We can say that human resource management is a lighter concept and IHRM is a wider concept than that. So, international human resource management is defined as human resource management issues, functions, policies, practices that results from the strategic activities of multinational enterprises and that impact on the international concerns and goals of those enterprises. Since we are now living in a global village, so previously it was confined to the domestic boundaries of a particular country where the companies use not to expand themselves, but nowadays the companies expand themselves and they are having their chains worldwide. They establish themselves worldwide. So due to that, it's important that international context of the same has to be discussed. So let us discuss about significant IHRM activities and issues. As I've already told, International Human Resource Management, this particular concept is wider in term than HRM, that is Human Resource Management. HRM indicates HR policies and practices and its management at domestic level, and International Human Resource Management is focused at activities in international level. So let's discuss the first significance of IHRM activity. First is human resource planning. So as far as IHRM is concerned, its first priority becomes to plan for the human resources. That is, it will not move further till the time it knows how much manpower a particular company is already having, how much manpower is more needed. That is, it has to see the gap between the requirement and actual existing staff which they already having. So in order to fill that gap, they first of all need to plan the human resources. While doing the same, it has to consider what kind of manpower they actually require and which department they need to do recruitment for. So it all is composed in human resource planning. So it was the first significant activity and issue in human resource, international level. Next is recruitment and selection. So after the planning, when the company knows, when the company at international level knows that this much number of people they need to recruit, this is actually the shortage of people they are having, and they need to recruit this much number of employees in the company. So they will start the recruitment process. Recruitment is the inviting the candidates to apply for a particular job. And when the company inspires different applicants to apply for a particular job, they use different modes of recruitment. So there are different methods for the same, and the companies go for these methods as per their requirement and as per their resources. Then after the recruitment, the companies goes in for selection. So selection is a negative process, that is, it has to include shortlisting people from the number of candidates which already been recruited. That is the number of applicants who have applied for a particular job. Selection is deducting those people and including those people who are perfect for a particular job. And finally, that is a negative process when final candidates have been selected. Next is training and development. Now, it is not so that the organization, even though we talk about human resources at domestic level or international level, it is not so that the selection process, if the company will go in for selection and that is okay for it. So definitely the company has to go for certain sort of training and development programs. So if we talk about human resource management at international level, training and development is utmost important aspect over there, because here a number of people are being employed who belong to different parts of the world. So they are having different backgrounds, different sort of training is being provided to them. So that means training plays an important role in international human resource management. So development phase, the company focuses on the overall development of the employee as well as the company itself. So different sort of development programs are being targeted in order to fulfill this objective. That is why a number of companies nowadays have separate training cells. They have separate training departments which employs number of trainers, and these trainers provide all sort of training to the employees whichever is required and whichever that is as per the customized requirement of a company. Next important significant activity of IHRM is knowledge transfer. So since there are a number of people who are working at international level in a particular company, so it's important to transfer the knowledge. That is one employee who's doing a particular, who's gone in a particular sort of international assignment or doing some sort of international job. So the knowledge transfer has to be done amongst the people who are already been working in that premises. Now, similarly, those who are already working together, so some sort of experience and exposure has already been there with the employees, and they will be sharing that particular knowledge. That is called the knowledge transfer amongst people of that organization. Next is leadership. At international human resource management level, it's important for an HR manager to possess the qualities of a leadership, because until and unless an HR is having a quality of leadership, they won't be able to manage such a deviating form of manpower in that organization. So in order to tackle them, in order to hold them, it's very important to have this type of attribute. Now it's important for the HR manager also to not only to take care of this employee and to train them and to make them understand things, to do their assigned work, that is the operational task, but it's also important for the human resource management to retain the already existing staff, because until and unless retention policies are being carried out by the HR manager, there are chances that those who have relocated themselves at the international level, they will be at rating. So in order to retain them, they possess leadership quality, and time with time, they conduct different sort of programs, and they go in for different sort of activities which motivates employees from time to time. Next is team building. Team building is very important for an HR manager as far as IHRM is concerned, because until and unless team is working together, they won't be able to work properly, because there will be sort of an egoism amongst people of different countries, and those who are working in their home country, they will be having some sort of edge and will be possessing that they are having more qualities than the others. So it's very important for an HR manager to bound all of them together, to build in them a team building spirit, so that they continually feel